my name is Peggy, and this is my stop motion project for Grsj 224. With this project, I will be talking about the social determinants of health in Canada, with a specific focus on gender. According to the World Health Organization, health is defined as a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Thus, with this definition in mind, your health is a result of a culmination of many social determinants. In Canada, these determinants are income and income distribution, level of education, state of employment and job security, your working conditions at work, early childhood development, food insecurity, housing insecurity, social exclusion, quality of healthcare services, gender, race, Aboriginal status, and disability. It is these primary factors that shape the health of Canadians, not medical treatments or lifestyle choices, but rather the living conditions we experience. So now we will focus on gender. We will use Health Canada's definition of gender. Gender refers to the array of socially constructed roles, attitudes, personality traits, behaviors, values, and relative power and influence that society ascribes to two sexes on a differential basis. First, we have the female-identified gender. Many studies have shown that women have longer life expectancies. However, among females, there is a higher usage of health services, more episodes of long-term disability, and higher chances of acquiring chronic disease. On the other hand, you have the male-identified gender. Males have a shorter life expectancy. However, this does not mean that women have superior health. Men's shorter life expectancy is linked to the fact that they are more prone to accidents, and they tend to have more extreme forms of social exclusion, which reduce their overall life expectancy. So why is there this gender disparity in health? Why do women have poorer health than men? Well, there are a few explanations. First, let's focus on the cultural norms and practices. In our society today, women tend to carry more responsibility for raising children and doing the housework. In order to juggle the domestic responsibilities, many women choose part-time, seasonal, or temporary jobs, none of which have job security, opportunities for advancement, or health benefits. As you can see in this chart, of those employed in part-time work, about 70% are female. Also, 66% of minimum wage earners are also female. Many women need to spend more of their time doing unpaid work, such as housework, childcare, meal preparation, elder care, leaving them less time for paid work. Each day, men and women work about the same number of hours, but women do more unpaid work. For example, women do about 4.2 hours of unpaid work a day, while men do about 2.2 hours. Due to their domestic responsibilities, many women are unable to return to school or attend training sessions that could advance their career. A study showed that women aged 40 who had interrupted their careers for at least 3 years for maternity leave were earning about 30% less than women with no children. Ultimately, the demands of both home and work force many women to sacrifice their long-term economic security. In Canada, a major concern that perpetuates the gender inequality is the lack of affordable childcare. Canada's lack in affordable childcare forces women to choose careers that can limit their earning power. Due to the women's domestic responsibilities and the lack of affordable childcare in Canada, women are forced to stay at home, which results in many of the things that was discussed earlier, such as less work, less benefits, and less income. This is a high price to pay for being a mother. The next major topic to discuss is the wage gap between males and females. Among other developed nations, Canada has one of the greatest gaps in gender earnings. As you can see in the graph, Canada ranks 19th of 22 in terms of wage gap reductions. Also, this chart taken from Statistics Canada, you can see that the average annual earning of women is considerably less than men. Women earn only about 60% of what men earn annually. This wage gap persists even when hourly wages are compared. women earn an average of 17.96, whereas men earn 21.43 an hour, meaning that women earn 83.8% of the male hourly wage. The wage gap is seen even when education and experience are accounted for. For women, more education and experience does not result in better income. Although more women graduate from university, they are not earning as much as men. Female graduates earn an average of $62,800, whereas males earn $91,800. The bottom line is that women make less than men. Jobs that have been traditionally done by women pay less than jobs normally done by men. This is true regardless of value of work to employer or consumer. The more a job is considered women's work, the less it pays. Therefore, women shoulder most of the domestic load and still face wage discrimination. It is no wonder that in their lifetime they earn much less than men. So, what is the consequence of women's low earning power? Well, it puts them at high risk of falling into poverty, especially if they have children and then become separated or widowed. Single mothers are especially at high risk of being in poverty because they often need to stay at home to look at their children due to the lack of affordable childcare services, making them unable to financially provide for their family. A study shows that 21% of single mothers in Canada are raising their children in poverty. So, what is the link between women, domestic responsibilities, the wage gap, poverty, and health? Well, first, some women may choose to stay in abusive relationships despite the danger because of their fear of falling into poverty. Secondly, when living with a low income, it can result in food insecurity, meaning you won't be able to feed your body the nutritious foods it needs to be healthy. It can also result in housing insecurity, meaning you won't be able to afford a safe and clean environment to live a healthy lifestyle. Lastly, studies have shown that when women work outside the home and do most of the domestic work, their long-term health suffers. According to Statistics Canada, women at every age are more likely than men to suffer from stress. In conclusion, the gender inequality of health in Canada is primarily seen through women's domestic responsibilities and the wage gap between men and women. Overall, this is why gender is considered a social determinant of health in Canada. Thank you for watching.